What up, Juggalos? Beastmaster here. This is my response video for Scotty 2 Balls. 100 years from now, somebody opens up a time capsule and there's a CD with a Hatchet Man on it with 5 songs that describe us, Juggalo culture, Insane Clown Posse. That's how I took the question. So here's my response. The first song has got to be The Dirtball, ICP and Twisted. A lot of ICP's music paints pictures, and they tell wicked stories, halls of illusions, vultures. But what makes The Dirtball so great is how blatantly obvious it is that the story is being told from a third-party perspective. These guys are aliens, and they are sent down to Earth, and they are reporting back to their commander on what they have found. And as aliens, they're observing the human race, with data and data. And that's kind of how I've always seen the Wicked Clown, right? They're looking at our world from an outside perspective, and then doling out punishment when it's necessary, depending on how much of a scumbag you are. Did you ever see The Usual Suspects, where they're talking about the urban legend of the crime world, where Kaiser Soze will get ya? That's how I've always envisioned the Wicked Clowns. And that's how they started out, role-playing thugs with ghetto insanity. Never had it made. And then they come out the cut, killing the wicked and paving the way for the dark carnivals when the wagons carry you off to Shangri-La, or you're dragged off to Hell's Pit. I mean, it's really creative storytelling. So going back to the original point, Violent J brings it home very well when he talks about Violent J grabbed me by the head and then he took the microphone and said, "This is our world, so get the fuck out." The Dirtball is a fantastic example of how ICP puts a microscope on our society and helps us look at ourselves. ICP has taken outer space, aliens, and otherworldly elements and made that a part of their storytelling, whether it be supernatural, paranormal, or just flat out creepy. ICP isn't just on some horror shit, they're on some sci-fi shit. Society's outcasts become these vigilante wicked clowns. To all the people who have seen and loved the movie The Boondock Saints, you guys can understand how awesome the concept of vigilante superheroism is. Even when Violent J breaks out of character and shows us Joe Bruce, it just feels good to root for the underdog. Psychopathic is a constant reminder to work hard at whatever you do, have fun, don't take yourself too seriously, and death is always at a shitty time. How can you tell when they're out to get ya? Look in the mirror, see a clown there with ya. The Greatest Show is my second song on the Time Capsule CD. And the reason for this is because it's an excellent introduction to the Insane Clown Posse and the Dark Carnival, and it has that fun, energetic feel with Mikey Clark on the production. This song establishes ICP's role officially. Mikey Clark is mentioned along with Legs Diamond. For the longest time, I've always considered Mikey Clark to be the third unofficial member of ICP. His talents are instrumental, no pun intended, to the music and the overall feel of every single Insane Clown Posse song that rocks my socks. It's all on the hook. The lyrics are razor sharp. The message is crystal clear. Terrible off the Amazing Jungle Brothers. ICP are creative geniuses. These guys are true working class heroes with the Wicked Clown persona. Yes. Fourth on the list is Take Me Away from Bizarre Bizarre. From beginning to end, just take a look at the lyric sheet. That song is the epitome of what Juggaloism is all about. And finally, we've come down to track 5. And damn you, Scotty, for only allowing 5 songs on this time capsule. That is such a fucking tease. But if it has to be 5, then it comes down to a tiebreaker between Pass Me By and Crystal Ball. Both of them were released before the 6 Joker's card. With the whole "the end will consume us all" prophecy, the song The Unveiling only stated something that was painfully obvious to people who were already following ICP, except for the ones who got tricked. But people love to talk, and back in the day, people were talking about what the 6th was going to be, the meaning behind the Joker's cards, and there was a lot of speculation. Great stories have beginnings, middles, and endings. ICP have always talked about the Joker's card series as a story, You know, anybody who was disappointed in the end was obviously missing a piece of the puzzle. Some fans of the television show Lost might know what I'm talking about when I say that the conclusion of a story doesn't necessarily have all the answers to the questions that were raised since the beginning of the story. Sometimes those answers come earlier than the finale. Thinking like that, songs like Pass Me By and Crystal Ball really are definitive songs in the collection, have a lot of meaning behind them, and they speak volumes about the messages behind the Dark Harmony. So instead of a tiebreaker between the two, in true psychopathic form, what I would do is burn 2 CDs and put a different song on the end of each one. I'll put them in separate time capsules, bury them in separate locations. 100 years from now, coincidentally, 2 future ninjas will meet up and share an experience through the music. And can you imagine being someone who has 5 awesome ICP songs and then stumbles across another ninja who has an almighty 6th? I'm Beastmaster. Peace, they roll.